they're nice. It's their CT side and this constant aggression from Fnatic. How are they going to handle it? How are they going to deal with it? Inferno was a struggle. Mirage is going to be even harder.
We'll see who comes out on top here. Fnatic are looking to take a 2-0 scoreline and find themselves 3-0 in Stage 2 of EPL Season 11. OG 0-2 right now. Need that first win and maybe this first map. As they head towards the A side of the map, Fnatic will be executing on this side with 2 smokes and 4 flashbangs. No upgraded pistols. They're deployed early and they're sending everything they've got behind it. In terms of the defense, though, nothing towards CT spawn. They are locked out by these smokes and we will see Fnatic now commit. Yeah, they actually smoked sandwich there instead of the top of the steps, but no one's there to receive, so not a huge deal, I guess.
I'm going to do last names in this pistol round to try and make it feel like football.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to see the first one coming in from Bjorn Vangsa. Finds the head of JW. I got the hard one out of the way. That's nice. Just triple stack towards CT. They're full flash, looking problematic. Oh, he does get another one. Bjorn Vangsa onto 2, but right back. He claws it right back. It's Johansson. He's got himself a triple kill. Quad kill for Johansson. All on to none other than, what the hell? Wilczewski. He's going to go for it. Crims can shut him down, and he does. An ace from none other than Johansson.
Johansson delivering on all fronts. It's the ace as he lights them up there. It was absolute chaos towards CT spawn. The flashbangs were being delivered in bucket loads, Chad, but still he fends them off, and Johansson is reigning supreme.
Goal!
Johansson finds the first head and then progresses into 2 more. Lines them up.
He's got a leg like a traction engine. Unbelievable scenes.
That's for all the traditional sporting fans out there who now have nothing to
watch.
That
is Valdemar's Valder's full name is Valdemar Bjorn Vangsa. The guy's a prince somewhere, I'm pretty sure.
All right, here's the 4 spy coming in from OG. We got the Scout, we've got the Deagles.
Yeah, and no nades though. No kits and a Scout, but Fnatic, fair enough, they'd like to give these rounds up. They enjoy it. They love to run around the Mac 10s.
Well, you can't force buy if you don't lose.
Well, that's yeah. They like to have a force buy themselves. I think that's what they really go for here. They love to be 1D. They like to enter the choke points alone and take risks that are unnecessary. I'll be honest with you. And Alexi B, he'll spot a couple towards middle though. A couple of HEs in response. He does 9 damage. A smoked missed it. We have a lot of missed smokes so far. It's 2 out of 2 for Fnatic. MBK holding CPL. CZ in hand. Dinks JW, can he convert? I think he probably can. So bomb to be planted here. Brolan, nice shot. That should confirm the round here. He holds off Kitchen at this point.
Yeah, that just had to be clean. NBK, quite the opposite of clean. That was quite the dirty fail. He'll be getting out of there, and an upgrade weapon available for one of those 2 Mac 10s, a Glail for Crims.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Now, we haven't gotten to the throw of the gun rounds yet. This was just a force buy, so I have a couple of rounds to kind of build this point. But with OG on their T sides, we saw them pick this map a couple of times. Now they've gone back to picking Inferno as their first map choice. But with Mirage coming into the mix, one thing we saw that was strugglesome for them was when they went for the standard play. Oh, we'll do the T side mid default, we'll get control. They would lose numbers, and they never really could work on how to get back into those rounds. But when they'd head over towards A or they'd head over towards the B site, they'd take their time, maybe they'd milk the clock down. Their set pieces were really good. They had good spacing, the dry runs looked good, they trade off each other very well. That was positives, but the issue that I have for them is their CT side. Right?
Okay.
So with them right on this CT position, it's the firepower disparity here because we know how constant and cheeky a team like Fnatic can be. They're going to constantly be fighting for that connector control, boosting into window. You're going to have Crims limping out of areas on his own. We've seen Flusher do the same thing. So with all of that in mind, OG need to be playing heads-up Counter-Strike. They can't be hedging bets. They can't be getting caught out by rotations. Fnatic aren't playing that style. They were able to keep it competitive over there on Inferno, but to do it again on Mirage, it's going to be a tall task here.
It certainly is, especially when the individuals start taking a few less liberties. I mean, there's no absence of them in any Fnatic game. Doesn't matter the stakes, they've proved that on their journey to stage 2. But oof, aggression from Mantu. You can't really fault it. He wanted to try and get some info, but he gets more than he bargained for.
A lot more. Taken down early, Mantu will leave OG in a 5-on-4 deficit. MBK holds toward the A ramp. Remember, they saved 4 pistols here, so he could swing on this again with the CZ. It's about an equal battle at this range. Maxim will come out on top. Flash out claims his second victim. $1,200 in the bag now. And Valda holds with the Scout on ticket booth. At the ult, might have a chance of stealing a kill away, but this is looking very good for Fnatic now. Deagle, USP, and a Scout up against them. Not being too overactive here. Two challenges towards the vent position, and two of them met by JW. K47, beautiful work, and just Valda remaining. A clean sweep. Just what Fnatic wanted. Ooh, maybe not quite. Oh, there it is. 5 players survive here, and they keep a UMP, a MAC-10, a Galil. Now, Chad, we talked about this all season long. These sort of rounds, a team like Fnatic, you just want to be bursting somewhere fast. They force sport in the second round already. Yeah. They won't necessarily have the incendiaries, the kits, or even a helmet, most importantly. Considering you've got Galils here, UMPs, scouts, you want to do something coordinated. Like an A execution would be the perfect call for me. Maybe not straight away. Yeah. Eventually, just a 5-man pounce at the lower weapon read and try and swarm the fact they haven't got 3 helmets.
I think they'll just go for the standard mid-control that is the Fnatic way, because this is the chaos that they want. If it was a more traditional team, if OG was doing this, I would be bang on with you. But Fnatic, they want to get this control so they can start scrambling the CTs and find these gaps. Being up close and personal for Brolin with the UMP towards Connector, that's not a problem. And, well, maybe for JW it is. He's going to flash straight on through, and he's given up 1. So in the early throws of this, just to build on what Henry was saying, what you'd want to normally do is wait out all the CT utility because you know they don't have as much. But basically, they've gone with a standard play. They tried to find a gap in a smoke. It hasn't worked out, and they've already given up a pick.
Yeah. On these sort of rounds, basic default into 5-man execution, that's the way forward for me. Just considering you have the lesser weapons, you kind of accept the fact you probably won't win it, but getting a bomb down, finding a few kills is exactly what you want to be looking for. But Valda is striking them down 1 by 1 here. Alexi B's in trouble. Drop the incendiary. Could buy him some time here. It does. Brolan can't actually challenge any longer, but the smoke is no good.
Valda's like, I'll help you. Maybe it does. He can strafe into it. Gets away with the skin of his teeth. My God. Nope, tell a lie. Brolan straight through the smoke. He could work that one out.
Well, it's Flusher and Brolin still alive. The fact that Flusher has a scout is the biggest problem right here. If he can upgrade that weapon, this one's still on. The positions right now of OG are very, very passive. They are looking towards Connector, but if they can get past, the smoke is still up. There is a real gap here. As it dissolves, Flusher will be stuck on the other side of it, but Brolin has a real chance of finding a kill here. If he finds this one onto the B bomb site, it's open for business.
Yeah, NBK is surely operating under the assumption that he has to play super passive here. He's going to be waiting for either an app step or the plant, right? Like, that's the cue. Someone's maybe checking him, of course. His crosshair will be ready to react, but oh no, he's been caught. And now Fnatic, a 2 versus 4, made 2v3. Where is the bomb though? It's on Flusher, and he's trying to go A with it. I don't understand. No room, perhaps just looking for damage in the end of all that. But 2 kills, they'll take that. Managed to keep CTs honest.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely dead on there. It was looking quite a woeful round, to be honest with you, but they did claw their way back into it. And all things considered, remember they entered with a Scout, Galil, MAC-10, UMP. They're absolutely fine with that. So it was steered in the right direction towards the end, although I didn't like the initial solo aggression towards Connect. I would have liked the set piece, but regardless, they keep OG honest, like you said. They're fully invested in this round. As we'll see, the ult for JW, the creep for Brolan, everything they could possibly ask for here. And the first real gun round will be underway. Either team will be broken if they give this round up.
So a lot at stake in round 5, and despite the early damage, Golden does survive and indeed thrive. Finds the opening kill. Smoke impact onto Brolin. He's not going to be too dissuaded by that one. The mid-presence was known. No valuable sound cues to be found here, but perhaps some valuable information that we have been seeing a constant battle for. It's interesting OG investing 2 players into ramp just to catch off what has been just Flusher. Still was, you can see past tense, he's actually backed up towards T-spawn as they do start their lean towards B-apps.
I like their approach in the previous where they actually continue to fight mid and win out those duels. Right now, they're doing more of a traditional CT-sided move, taking territory to make up for the loss of middle. And they're rooted in the bomb sites right here. You can see how passive these setups are from the CTs. There are so many gaps here. Coming through the vent room is a possibility. Obviously, coming up catwalk, they need to make sure that they trade off and play off each other very well. As the clock ticks on down, Fnatic are just going to contact walk in.
Oh, and that puts a lot on NBK. He could even die before he even... You hear the drop, does react, knee-jerk reaction, does connect, and now with just 3 members, Fnatic, they're in trouble. Good find from Flusher. Perhaps he followed up with, but no, Alexi doesn't even get to pull the trigger. JW supporting, he's going to try and get that bomb down.
That's so sick from Flusher. 10 HP, still has the audacity to challenge like that, and Crim's the backstab now. Call the round done, unless he... Ooh, he does hit the footstep at least towards short, so he can rotate down to connector, knowing he's got time here. And he's got a knife. It could be a knife, cheeky knife.
Crim doesn't know... He's not known to be the knife king, but he adds one to his tally all the same. $1,500 injected into his bank account.
When it's the AWPer as well, you know they're not going to do a 180 on you. They're scoped in. They've planted their feet. No funny business is going to occur. $1,500 in the bag.
And just to note here, Crims won't be keeping that AWP. He's just making sure that Valde can't pick it up. So he gets the kill with the knife, takes away the primary weaponry right here, which was in Mantu's hands, who was the opening death of the round right here, thanks to Golden. Crims can even walk on back in.
Where's his weapon gone? Anybody seen it? Anybody seen my rifle? I don't want that.
Oh,
he found it.
Take the Famas, I guess.
Oh.
Not
That's a tough one. So look how tight this line is for NBK. You really do have to swing into it, but Flusher was ready. And the second frag came in from Flusher as well. Just like that, the site was open.
To multi-kill from NBK's position is good if they all jump out at once, but if they do it like as we just saw in kind of waves, once you're identified in that position, you're holding in a very, very tight angle where they, you know, their pre-fire is ready for that. So NBK did very good to get the dink off there onto Flusher, but the fact that he waited before pivoting and taking that second duel was the difference maker. As they're going to discuss their options in the US Air Force tactical timeout right now. Not many buys available for OG. They just have the save weapon in the hands of Valde.
Okay then, OG. Your back's to the wall. Map down. Fnatic have brought things back to just pistols. The FAMAS, not known to be the strongest of the rifles, but one Golden will have to operate with. He'll take that one on the chin. Just use it like a MAC-10 here, knowing that it's a weapon they don't really want going forward. So if you can find out where they are exactly, call a stack, maybe get a kill, that'd be wonderful. One will do. So he knows it's not a B stack at least, because there's at least 2 players towards A.
Just the problem is the players who... Well, Alexis is normally a B holder, I believe. So maybe that gives them a little bit of info, but they need to work out where the AK-47 is. As Crims takes down another towards over A, you can see that it's almost completely clear.
Why is he there alone with an AWP?
With an AWP.
with a perfect chance for NBK to pick that AWP up and just rail sight.
How is that a thing? Either way, like, he always makes it work. Like, I can't ever criticize JW. I'm aware of that. But it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but I think I saw actually the community discussing it on Reddit in the match page, match thread, and they were just saying that there is very few teams that have been able to, you know, replicate or even get close to the fact that Fnatic will always make the wrong move look right.
Yeah, I've said that for since 2015.
But the fact that it's working in 2020 baffles me.
It's just like when I was first new to commentating as well, and I was kind of looking at it from like in-game leader perspective, how I like the games we played. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, this is the Counter-Strike rulebook just being burned with a lighter at this point, and JW's just stomping on it as well. Everything that should be done is not being presented at this point, but it's working out for him. And that's the thing. JW doesn't necessarily do the right moves, but it works for him because of his high skill level, his movement mechanics, and just assets he has that other players don't. I would not recommend you try and replicate his style, but it certainly is very fun to watch.
Oof,
and it's not consistent either. Like, he's had, like we said, he's had his struggles against Big. They lost to them in the opening game because JW was 2-15, I think, on Inferno because he was over-aggressing, and his playstyle, if it doesn't work out, if his form's not there, it looked quite silly sometimes. Yeah,
no, and he is somewhat of an unknown quantity coming into every match for Fnatic. And actually, in stark contrast, I'd say that Flusher isn't. I think he's that consistent backbone you can always rely on to not necessarily top frag, but certainly find the impact frags when it matters. Straight through the flames, Brolin. This is a very aggressive fight. Alexi, I don't know if he was necessarily ready for it, but he does catch it.
Well, now that they've been able to get that up, two opens there as NBK is going to strike from the van position over towards the B apartments. JW equals
pushing through a smoke with an AWP. There's a prime example.
Goes down to 15. And it's a 4-on-3 in favor of the CT side. He fires off one more shot for good luck there. Just a wall bang towards Shaw. No one to receive it. But JW, so deadly on Mirage. Really does sue him. AWP low. Bomb recovered in middle. Flusher has also been a nuisance on the map so far, but still the man advantage sits with OG. Mantu holding towards Shaw. Flashbanging towards a connector enables him to his challenge, and
Wow.
I don't like that angle from Issa. The M4 and that orb shot missed could cost him the round, Chad. That was a sitter.
Yeah,
that's big info as well right there. So Mansu can't re-peek. It's all on Valda. He's doing his best right now. He's pinned. If he goes down, that's A open. Another knife kill. It's all falling apart. The orb is isolated on B. Mansu now has to save.
Oh, it's happened again. 2 knife kills in 7 rounds.
It's so humiliating. Like, it obviously, like, is a corner not going to check, and JW is like exploiting some things here, but like it does feel, you feel like a right twat when you get knifed. Like, happened to me like 2 days ago, I think. You remember?
Yeah, you feel like a plum.
You're real, like, you're clutch, you're like scoped up, you're thinking you're about to win, then someone like knifes you, they've been following you around for 10 seconds, you just feel the worst.
But this round started with 2 opening kills. Alexi on the duel against Roland, MBK wins the duel from Van, then JW goes, oh, I'm going to push this smoke.
And I'm going to start knifing.
Gets a kill.
I do hope we have the replay of that, because he's straight up, like, this is, you talked about blowing the rulebook up. He's jumping through a smoke forward with no strafe or air strafe, directly out of the gray screen, and quick scoping a rifle.
I'd say the no-scope attempt that he also had was probably within the ballpark as well. If that was a pitch, I think he'd get away with that one. It'd be fine. It's definitely not a no ball. That one was almost on target. So just looking at how that unfolded, that is a round. And this is what I was talking about with the issues for the OG CT side, is once the gap is exploited, I just don't know if their communication and protocols are at a point just yet of how to deal with it.
Well, that's got to be one of the most demoralizing rounds you'll ever see in Counter-Strike. You've lost a 5-on-3, you've been knifed. JW's got a no-scope through the bloody smoke here. He's nutmegged him. That's probably the epitome of a nutmeg.
This is the knife.
He sees him come by. Hello, mate.
Thanks for coming. And enjoy that.
It's doing wonders, I'm sure, for the T economy.
Maybe JW and Rush can get along. Apparently, Rush likes talking smack behind his teammates' back, and JW likes stabbing people.
What has he been saying behind his teammates' back?
No, Rush just said he wants to use TeamSpeak when he's playing games, so he can talk trash about the teammates who he's not queued with.
Well, only sometimes, all right, only sometimes.
Oh, well, sometimes. That makes it
you're the one who
then.
always starts stuff, Chad. I always come in TS and like you're saying like Henry said some things, and you're always trying to make Henry and I fight.
Oh, well, you and Henry do have a bit of beef going on. You know, I can't.
Created by you.
Henry.
Entirely created by Chad.
I'm waiting for an apology from you, Rush, to be honest. After what
Chad
told me what you said.
Well, I want to know what he said. That's the thing. I apologize for whatever Chad told you, because it is
I don't want to repeat it, to be honest. I don't think it's safe for the airwaves.
Yeah, it probably isn't, knowing Chad.
Let's get back into the action here. Thank you, Green. We will have another pistol situation here for OG. The Eagles are out, the AWP as well. I feel like they win this round. There's always when you feel like they've got no chance and it looks a little bit bleak, that's when they come online. That's when they'll start fighting some rounds. There's some Deagle headshots, and JW will be silenced. That's my prediction, at least. I'm not basing it on much apart from what I think normally happens.
And perhaps what we saw Valda do with his Deagle yesterday. I mean, in his game, he had an incredible... In fact, it was one of the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel power plays.
It was.
Oh, the timing on this. JW's just backed off.
Oh, this is a great spot, though. Golden, ready and waiting. If they push any further, they might as well do something of this. 3 players are there.
It's a standoff right now.
Turned around.
Oh, we can see him.
We can see him.
Hello?
Oh, no.
Golden?
As the pin is pulled, Alexi could peek, but he doesn't. Roland's holding it. This is so tense! Valda will get the first. Deagle body shot could be converted by his teammates. He advances forward. Golden, ever the confident player, and now through the boards. Oh my god. 3v2. Mantuzorp has actually found a double kill that keeps OG in this round. You said, Henry, you weren't basing it on much, but it has come through. Flush is trying to level the odds with an incredible wallbang onto Issa.
That's 2 wallbangs in this round.
They know where he is. They know where he is. They can win this round still. They can pick up that bomb unless Mantu finds him in transition right here.
He hasn't. The bomb will go down. He can't actually deny that at all.
Oh, but he can hit that.
Okay, Grims! Whoa. Mantu, he's had a few key misses today. A world-class AWP has nailed that. It's a very difficult shot, but the top AWPers are going to hit that one.
Well, the fact that they made that a close round is huge right there. And if you haven't been hearing us singing the praises of Mantu throughout, he's actually the highest-rated player for this OG roster since joining the team.
He's a great player. He's been fantastic, but... a couple of that big miss shot from short to connector.
Sure.
This one here, very difficult shot, like I said, but if you had Kenny S in that position, I'm telling you, he's going to hit that shot.
That's mad from
Like, Flushing gets 2 wallbangs in this round. That's kind of okay, and it's just straight through the smoke as well. But double AWP setup now, 7-1 down, and Valda does get 1. That's Flusher. That was in the Palace position.
I talked about impact frags, and there's a prime example of Flusher. 9 frags to his name, but those 2 ridiculous frags pulled home a round that OG did take the early advantage in. JW's long and rather visible barrel could be visible upon the fading of the smoke, but a second has arrived from the CTs to replace it. It did come from NBK.
That came from the...
No, it can't have. He's still got one.
Okay.
So Man2 must have thrown it.
That was a very weird lineup, didn't it? It looked like the trajectory where it landed.
Clip it.
That's all right. I can go back and watch that, actually.
Oh, Skybox life. You're living that life.
Early pick from Valve. Bounced back. Well, actually continued by Issa here. Had a bit of a rough up and down series, but that's a huge frag to find. Now, they have had a 5-on-3 before. Brolan gives up a spot with the sound cue of the monster there. Alexi B somehow doesn't take him down. There can't be another kill for Brolan here. There is. 3 versus 2 now. The Krieg delivers on all fronts. In terms of the A defense, not much there. It's Valda who's pushed down the A ramp. They seem to know exactly where he is. Did Brolan spot the shoulder?
Yeah, he did.
He did. He's ready and waiting. Takes him down. There's the hat trick. And now the AWP towards jungle. Should be able to hit this first shot. Time will tell. That's JW going down now. It's on for the ace.
He's doing it. I love it. I love it.
This is sick. They can smoke the bomb, though. That's the problem.
He's got the Krieg.
They've got no
it's
kits,
not going
though.
to matter.
No kits. And they're taking so much time. Smoke on the bomb now.
He doesn't know if they're on it yet, though. The problem is he doesn't know if they're on it.
They're looking towards short. They're aware of it. Nice try. Good idea. But ultimately, it will be OG winning the round with 2 AWPs surviving. Nice little maneuver, though.
Yeah. I just rewatched that back. It was actually just Man2 throwing the smoke off the ledge of window.
Right. Okay.
Then
Nothing too exciting then?
No, it did look very exciting with the last, like, 3 dribbles of the trajectory. I was like, oh, wow. And then, Alex, you ruined my dreams. But that's fine. Someone has to be the dream crusher. It's normally my job to crush those.
Yeah, it was a toss-up. It was like Machine or Dream Crusher.
Yeah.
I couldn't decide.
And you went with Machine?
I went with Machine,
Okay.
yeah. Dream Crusher, it just had a bit more of like a CIS vibe.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to be a Russian Dota player to get away with a name like that.
Oh, Brolan did his absolute
Dude,
best
I thought
there.
it was happening again.
Yeah, but the positive thing is, and the CT-sided economy with the saved AWPs, it's all good and well, but on the back foot here still. 7-2 down, it's not looking good whatsoever. Fnatic getting mid control again. This time they won't find the free opening through the smoke. Flusher will hold on to his life, and JW, of course, using the AWP as a spear, apparently. It's meant to be used at range. He wants to use it as up close and personal as possible. As Flusher again out Palace.
This could be the time it's a captain. Yes, he's been having a nightmare of a game against Flusher in that duel, but the first one goes OG's A defender's way. Yes, he's going to be happy with that. A boost over the smoke is quite an exciting prospect. He could find a frag here. Onto CT, Man2. He's going to be a bit confused about that one.
Yeah, that's a very creative boost out. I like it. Valda, though, continuing to push out big numbers here. Another kill in return.
What are you doing?
JW just going for another no-scope, jumping while in the window there. This one doesn't connect. Probably get the knife him in the end. And Valda's got himself a second kill. Golden doesn't know if he's checking the corner, and the bomb goes down.
That corner gets so many frags, doesn't it?
It does.
Because they have to invest so much of their attention towards a potential A peak.
Oh, Crims is snuck behind enemy lines here. So Issa may be aware, but the AK doesn't connect. So that was Crim's opportunity. So that's a smoke and a flash to try and get himself to a CT spawn here. We'll focus towards a connector. Where are the comms? MBK lucky to pick that one up. JW low HP. We'll have to go for the jumping shot now. Don't think that'll be connecting. And there's the HE to finish things off there. Money finally at a compromised position. There's still one more buy there. Crims is the only one that's actually low. They still have rifles across the board here. They have to drop maybe 1 kill. Might be a tactical timeout for Fnatic after conceding 2 in a row. Double AWP setup seems to be the solution to all OG's problems.
Yeah, I would be running MBK over on the B bomb site here. They're dedicating so many forces to helping out middle, and as we saw just there, Issa was very pushed up towards that A site. You can see MBK with the secondary AWP. If he misses a shot, or they trade him efficiently, the B bomb site could be the place where Fnatic want to take this action. It's going to be quickly out middle, so they sent one into underpass, one up and over. Alexi's completely blind, but he still gets the kill.
That's a really nice position from Alexi. Over the boost, vulnerable, and still going to actually slow Brolan down with his underhand flash. Didn't translate into a kill, but a 3 versus 2 as the dust settles, as do the flames of NBK. JW has been cooked, and Brolan, his movement looks a little medium rare for my taste.
Yeah, didn't actually hit the jump key on that one. Down to the ground he goes, takes a bit of fall damage as well. MBK could patrol the bomb with the AWP. He can have full vision of it. The Krieg, though, we know what the conversation is right now. AWP versus Krieg. There's a bit of a debate. Who comes out on top? Apparently it's the AWP this time. Wallbang is delivered. Brolan, I thought he had a chance to actually nail that one. He'd probably win the round if he did.
Do you notice when OG are re-aggressing or being the ones initiating the contact that they're the ones coming out on top of the situations? Because Fnatic, what they do is they kind of want to either freeze you in position so that they can overwhelm you with all this real aggression and quick plays, looking for gaps. But when, what I'm talking about is assumed information on the Fnatic side of things. For Brolan there, you can see that wasn't a pick that he was jiggling, he wasn't jumping, he wasn't trying to bait it. He didn't know MBK was there. MBK was also continuing to push forward in transition. So it's much harder because what Fnatic thought they had earned in terms of territory got taken back off them very quickly. And that's with OG being more active on the map. So when you think about that, it almost seems counterintuitive because the CTs, you want to plant your feet, you want to hold the bomb sites. But because Fnatic are able to thread the needle, find the gap, then we come into some problems.
And you can't afford to leave that gap, which is why we're seeing that aggression even manifest in the first place.
So the fact that they're winning these heads-up duels early and making sure the situations aren't 3v3s, they're number advantage situations for OG, that's why we're seeing them come out on top here. And then they continue to take territory. They're taking the same liberties that Fnatic are taking when players get called. Oh, 2 middle, yeah, he killed us here, this information. They're grabbing all that real estate.
Well, we saw a gap in OG's comms in that Crims kill, right? He got out balcony, spotted by Issa ramp, and with a simple smoke, there was a back turned in connector. I mean, as soon as there's someone out A default, I imagine the connector player should be informed and should be paranoid.
Well, Fnatic will certainly be paranoid going into round number 12 here. They don't have a lot in terms of resources. It's going to be upgraded pistols and a couple of Glocks thrown into the mix as well. Crims will change that and get a P250 towards the end. They have 1 smoke. JW's got the Deagle armor, no R8 spotted. Doesn't have that equipped on the T side, only the CT side, and Golden's removed very early on. Nice shot from MBK from the connector. Double AWP setup seems to be working for him.
Yeah, they found the answer, the remedy to the Fnatic virus that's been plaguing them on Mirage. Ooh, Issa wins the duel against Flusher. He's 2 for 0 in the last 2 rounds. Boost into the window, which will perhaps haunt them later if shots continue to be missed. Unfortunately, though, for Fnatic, the early casualties at the hands of Issa and MBK has made this round even more impossible than it was before it started. Just Eagles, no Kevlar other than J-Dubs, rocking the full set. And his Desert Eagle. He's been boosted up into that window, and I was talking about the late arrival from him here. A bit of a chance, and he does manage to at least take an AWP into his hands. I say that with bated breath, but yeah, he equips himself nicely, but thrown into a 1v4. Valdez in CPL. Yeah,
they know he's got the AWP at this point, and they play it in towards the event room, and it's going to be Valdez to pick it up. So that's now 3 rounds. Make it 4 for OG. Double AWP set up, and Money looking very good. They've got themselves up against the Rifles now, Fnatic. Now, after losing 70 rounds in a row, you might just go for a set piece off the bat here, knowing that the defaults just haven't been working out for you. OG are getting a lot more comfortable, more aggressive. They're starting to push around the map. I would say just an A execution could be likely from Fnatic. We'll see what way they want to approach this one. Smoke down towards middle, going for more default moves here. Smoking connector on the CT side as well. 1 towards the A ramp, and that's to be Flusher, normally holding the extremities of the map.
So notice that JW is waiting for the call if they needed the window smoke or not, potentially seeing if an AWP was picking. And well, the fact that no smoke was thrown out of his hands, I'd say the call was nobody here. Roland's opened things up very quickly now and rolled that over top the smoke. He's not going to be able to finish off the kill. That's a big gap, and Alexi goes down as well.
Oh, hold on though, this round's not done. A couple of kills in response.
Valda from the grave again.
Yeah, he's had a great shift here. This kill is everything. I think, I was about to say, it looked like he had the shot there. Doesn't quite connect, and MBK with the AWP, this is where the weapon starts to shrink somewhat.
He's going to get knifed.
Not as nimble, and yes, he could be knifed. That is a problem. JW on the hunt is sniffing him out here. Looking for a fine cut of fresh meat, but MBK will get him.
I wonder if that has any ramifications in this round. The bomb's not planted yet, so MBK's 1v3 has been made a little more bite-sized. 2 more morsels on his plate. Safe plant? No, it's actually would be exposed to the connector play, but MBK does look like he's heading towards B. Whether that's just a...
I don't think he goes for the bombers,
just checking. Okay, so he is actually going to go for this.
I think he wins it. He's got a smoke and a flash. If he can find his first player to the bomb, there's a good chance. Takes a little bit of damage. Nothing too substantial, though. Smoke the bomb and touch it, they'll be the ones panicking. You can see it now. And he doesn't quite find Flusher there. That was the kill that really would separate the 2 versus 1 situation, but Fnatic back towards middle, overwhelming that connector position. Flashbangs were decent. The boost towards short doesn't work out. In fact, actually caused them a bit of a mess.
I think OG need the last 2 rounds if they want to have a shot in the second half. I've got them at least good for 4 full gun rounds in the second half with their T-side approach, those set pieces. Yeah. They're bound to win about 4. If they get the pistol and they're able to convert, they can get 7 on their T's half. That's why I'm saying that I think they need the rest on the CT side here to be able to make it a competitive matchup.
Oh, blocked by the neighbor. He may have blocked it himself, so he has no window smoke from Fnatic, and that's not going to go well for Valda, but immediately traded. That's positive. 4v4. Fnatic Perhaps going to add a little more wind to their sails now, just as Flusha gets himself set up in Palace. That's his responsibility. No longer holding it as aggressively as he has been historically in this half. Flashes avoided. Issa re-aggressing, and now realizing that that's not the fight for him. Will back up. It looks like the CTs are playing retake. Perhaps wants to contest now. Alexi's pushing up the stairs. They're both going to peek it, fight it together to trade off his Brolan. He doesn't quite find the bullets, but neither does Alexi. Numbers favoring Fnatic as the bomb goes down.
He's trying his best to deny that plant. He does a little bit of damage towards Crims there. Was dead on with his aim. And now has to smoke the bomb, find 3 more kills if possible. And for now, it all starts with Crims. He's not looking anywhere near him, so he can smoke the bomb now. Gets it directly on. Brolan will have to be active at this point. Has to deny the kill from MBK. Can't do it. Flusha, 35 points of health. No kits available, though.
Surely Issa's screaming he's always in Palace. He's been having such a nightmare with him, and Alexi's going for a full 10-second defuse. Flusha hasn't checked it and might knock them off. Oh, it wasn't far off. Oh. Just by a gnat's wing, OG secured the 6th, but Flusha, he was counting in his head, you could tell. Gets to 8, gets to 9, realizes the swing has to come in, and actually finds both frags, but we do see 6.
If he stole that away there by having the balls of steel in that situation, I don't know what I would say. Flusha, we know that he's a master of the clutch situations there, but to have that patience, that poise, to not freak out, that's something else right there, I guess.
He held his nerve for, what, 8 seconds?
Look at the CT buy. There's nothing. There's no utility going into the last gun round here.
They're using
doing
bullets.
A lot of damage. They have to be a bit more active here. You can see Issa toward the other pass. Wall on top of the window, nothing to extinguish it. And BK's going to burn here. He wants to take 1 with him. Not going to happen. They've done substantial damage. B's actually open right now. JW has thread the needle. He's on the B side. He's called it.
Oh, wow.
His teammates are running over now, and they've gone for an A stack here on the CT side. Flusha can now stop transitioning players. JW's going to tuck himself in the kitchen. This is hell for OG.
You talked about the gaps, Chad. Well, this is a prime and rather extreme example.
Yeah, they can see them watching their backs. They haven't got underpass covered, but as long as they get through towards B undetected, they're all good. Now, OG are banking on the fact it's going to be an A execution. But remember, Flush is at the A ramp. Anyone that moves now from Sandwich is going to die. That's Alexi B. Manty's got no chance here. He won't check the fridge. Oh, no, knife.
No.
He's young. He's young.
Don't do it, JW. Just win the round.
Watch him 180. Watch Mantu just have a 6th sense.
Oh my
Never
God.
mind.
That is so risky.
I love it. Why not?
He's got himself another... and Flusha. Okay, admittedly, he's doing it for the speed, but seeing another knife pulled out by a Fnatic member in such a ridiculously intense round, he does.
It's going to work. It's going to work.
Oh, there's 2 of them.
Oh,
neither of them are checking, and Flusha's got another knife kill, and he's even finding the frags. He's going to line them up with Crims. 9-6. It's the most humiliating way to go, and they get 2 in 1 round. We need to take a break, and I think OG might need a quick 30 as well.
Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah. Yeah. Black sheep. I don't even write no more, man.
Tell him, yo,
God.
can't you come over?
On my contract commando. Pulling up a clip extendo. That's no game Nintendo. I don't ever run out of ammo. I'm gon'
gon' need me a benzo. No fake friends, no pretend. No, think I might have found my 10. Oh, posted up in my tent. Watch your man go dumb, go stupid. If you're the best, then prove it. Got no words, be quiet, stay moving. I got a bag, won't lose it. Watch your man go dumb, go stupid. If you're the best, then prove it. Got no words, be quiet, stay moving. I got a bag, won't lose it. Lose it. Get substituted. You're not recruited. Cause you're too damn scared to use it. The truth is, you're useless. What? I'm ruthless. Yeah, I've proved this. Keep capping, I'ma leave you toothless. What? You're so dumb to choose this. Yeah. Ain't gone outside, I make it work. I'm in my bag. That's every purse on my back. Is that your girl? She got it. She make it twerk. And why you mad? I got her first. You say you rap, you got a verse. I say the swag, you probably hurt. Back to the lab, you gotta search. On my country commando. Yeah. Pulling up with clips extendo. That's no game Nintendo. I don't ever run out of ammo. I'm gon' need me a benzo. No fake friends, no pretend. No, think I might have found my 10. Oh, posted up in my tent. Watch your man go dumb, go stupid. If you're the best, then prove it. Got no words, be quiet, stay moving. I got a bag, won't lose it. Watch your man go dumb, go stupid. If you're the best, then prove it. Got no words, be quiet, stay moving. I got a bag, won't lose it. Why are these boys so stupid?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the stats are in and knife crime has reached an upswing on Mirage. My goodness, we've seen the Swedes end it with more than we bargained for. Fnatic hold the lead on our second map, as well as the series. Myself, Chad Birchall and Henry Greer residing and ready to provide you with, hopefully, some more giggles. Well, I don't know what Fnatic have said other than let's be entertaining, because they've continued to bring it today.
Yeah, well, OG tried calling the authorities, but they were on the CT side, so no one could come and help, unfortunately. Now they will have to...
We are the police.
Yeah, there you go. Now, this T side of OG, I did speak about the potency when they do the set pieces, but the GG.bet odds are not convinced by any means. Maybe a tough pass for them right here as they fly out middle with 3, aggressively dueling to JW. They will get the dink, which forces him to be more passive. The smoke to obscure the vision of Flusher, and quick towards A they go.
Yeah.
Very quick indeed. OG swarming the bomb site here. JW already low, and that is just a remarkable shot from the young Swede here. Looking for his second as well, baiting in JW to the side. Will they check it? It doesn't even matter. JW is floundering the shots, but does put one back here. Nice work from Crims to do significant damage towards MBK, but they're both going to swing him in this point. Finds the first, can't get the second. Flusher down to the 1 versus 1. He's got a kid as well. Valda has been winning so many rounds here for OG. Sits himself on the bomb site here. A very unpredictable position, but the smoke, that might change things. Oh, it's great stuff from Flusher. Holds his nerve once again. Full defuse comes in, no problem at all.
So because the smoke shrouds the vision of the bomb, it almost acts as a way to draw out the T's, right? Once they're sit and planted in their post-plant situations.
Let's think about this, Chad. He's hidden right behind the bomb.
Yeah.
And we know where the bomb is planted exactly. He smoked the bomb. Could you not just walk around the other side and knife him in the smoke and be 100% with the round, considering
Well, he didn't know where Flusher was when the smoke was thrown.
I suppose,
Flusher could have actually been directly on top of the bomb and thrown the smoke directly on it. Valda didn't have the same information as what we did in that situation. So what he tried to do was get in transition to when potentially Flusher has a knife out, when he's going to start defusing, grab that extra space. Unfortunately for him, Flusher was ready for it.
And Brolin actually started that all off. We wouldn't be talking about the round win for Fnatic if it wasn't for Issa just losing his life before he could even contribute. Just got slapped out of the server by a Brolin one-tap.
Yeah, that was sick.
Where's Alexi right now? He's got the Krieg. He might be able to find an opening. So, underpass.
His form, though, as of late, has not been Alexi B standards. In this day, I feel like he's feeling a lot of the pressure right now with the kind of landscape we're in of EPL and the caliber of teams every single game and the pressure of having to deliver that. Roland will be taken down at least. But there's surely going to be a trade here.
It's bomb spotted.
Oh, it's bomb down. Luckily, Alexi B will make up for it here. So there is some control, but not much of it. Crims will drop a smoke and try and just party with MBK here.
Smoke's so good.
He's actually managed to create a semi-permanent wall. He's being hunted, though, and lands a dink with the USP to try and make it winnable for Flusher. And Flusher's in the spray. Valda secures a must-win. OG fight back after conceding the pistol. The second is theirs.
Guess what comes out now, boys?
The R8.
Well, with 1500, that's Kevlar and no R8.
Do it, do it, do it.
You'd have to make the head sacrifice. It's not the end of the world. Yep.
Come on, JW.
Yup.
There it is. That's what we want to see. That's what the crowd wants. That's what gets everybody going. It's the bloody R8.
So why don't we just send like 100,000 microphones to all the people that are in Twitch chat, and then we can just combine all of them cheering at the same time. Like that should be like a 2-hour turnaround or something, right?
Yeah.
We can make that work. And then we can actually have crowd noise. All of them in their homes cheering along.
Yeah, I don't want to hear any...
I mean, there'd be no funny business. Everyone's very respectful in the Counter-Strike community.
Of course.
Just
like
yeah,
Fnatic.
no, you know, like adults, respectful, cognizant of not only their own presence, but...
Why is this giving me butterflies?
I love it.
Ooh. Well, maybe, perhaps, because the butterflies are flourishing. When JW is not out
Just
and
gonna
about.
say, if you had a deagle there, it's 2 kills. Just pointing
whoa,
that out.
whoa.
Is it really?
Whoa.
That would be a very good 2 kills.
Maybe 1.
At least 1.
The pre-firing, it's a whole different muscle memory, isn't it?
This is better for him, though. If he uses this smoke and actually goes below the vent, he's found himself in a better position.
We haven't even seen him use it.
He did on that double kill on Inferno. It was the right click he was using. There's the shot. He's got a couple of them off now. And the CZ at close range. This could be it. Valdavi goes down. They're onto something here. Golden gets the bomb. And Mantu and Issa are alone. Mantu can't really do much about this. He can put a flash around the corner. Golden's found him, got a rifle now. Remember, he's already got armor as well. As we look towards Kitchen, you can see there is a scout player in the form of Crims. 30 seconds remain. They've got full control of the bomb. Alexi B, the only chance they've got of winning this round, has been spotted and tagged.
Wow. Crims is playing this so well.
I think they have to save.
They're actually bringing
done
the
for.
pain. Yeah, it's just
knife in Brolin.
No.
Join the club,
No,
Brolin.
it's not his style, and Issa was ready for it as well. Brolin's got a couple more years before the knife comes out.
What do you mean? He's got all these bad influences in the server.
That's true. A couple of bad apples in this orchard.
So there it is. The round's over. It's timed out. It will be Fnatic bouncing back. They get a couple of creeps with their troubles as well. Jobs are good un. Issa and Alexi B will get no money. Issa could drop a Galil on the nose here. He's got 1,800, so unless he wants to enter the round with just 2 flashbangs, that is an option for him. He drops a Mac 10 instead, so he gets a bit of utility to go with it.
Do you guys remember in class, in school, you always had like the naughty boys? There was always a couple.
Were you one of the naughty boys?
No, I definitely wasn't.
No,
My
you were a
parents
good boy?
Jeez, I would never do anything wrong.
Okay.
I was so scared to do anything wrong. My parents, I don't know how they did it. I was very respectful.
My parents just threatened to cut off the internet. That was enough for me. I was like, if I got detention, the internet would go off for a day. I was like, well, don't really need
I
that.
didn't get the internet until I was like 16.
Yeah,
so.
that's the Australian way of life. They went outside and stuff, Hank.
Yeah, we
While
didn't
we were
have
chopping
that.
down virtual trees.
Yeah, exactly. Getting our herbalism up.
Yeah, exactly. Finding all the different rare
RuneScape references now.
Nice work, mate. I'm actually impressed. Druidic ritual.
I'm still doing it to this day, Alex.
Yeah,
every
good.
single day.
That's what I like to hear. So actually, that's a CT smoke deploy to make things a little sketchy if they were to commit towards B. It does seem to be OG's game plan. Golden's... Oh, JW's been caught off. I don't say that all too often. Flusher, however, trying to pick up the pieces. Damage inflicted into Mantu could be caught by the Golden swing or the Brolin. Double kill, my God.
They haven't found Golden yet, but now they have. Issa, great shot. The
flank
back and forth war continues here. The flank does come through. MP9, if he finds Issa first, he's onto something. Did spot MBK. Takes a shot. Low HP Issa remains, and he wins it out. Crims again, perfectly done. We will see go 12-7. That was a force by chat.
Yeah.
A huge round. Same sort of situation in Inferno. Not the gravitas, not as large this time, but it is a similar sort of point. If you go full eco here, you're going to concede the 13-7. And at the same story with Force Buy, you're going to be Deagle Armor with the ramifications still going up even further. If you lose that round, that could be the entire game gone.
I think it's going to be very, very difficult to defend against Fnatic here.
So they've gone for
that. So whichever option, look, they're screwed.
This is the better option. I think at least they force ball with just Deagles and Mirage. I don't think they're winning that round, and that'd be too given away.
Sure.
At least this way it'll be 13-7, yeah, admittedly. But at the same time, at least they'll be having a full gun round, and you said you want to see executions from these guys. They haven't really had a gun round yet because of the force by nature, right? So let's stop force buying, at least go down with our executions and our set pieces instead of this force by battle that Fnatic want us to play.
It's a good opening that they got into Crims. They know that's the connector player, right? So there is a lot of Fnatic individuals having to deal with that space left open on the map. They are playing what looks to be more like a retake A setup here, so they don't want to be vested in the bomb site. They could be overwhelmed from pistols, and well, that's exactly why. Flush's range right there with the M4.
That was a headshot, man. Like I'm just not a good enough gamer. I can't hang with these guys. Brolin, lovely tap onto the head of MDK. They're boosting Sandwich and are going to be exposed. And I like that JW just bides his time to make sure he's not going to miss either of them.
So this is the round right here, right? Going into what's going to be round number 21. If OG can't win this, we could basically call it at this point. Max loss bonus won't even be on the board for OG because they won that round, right? The fact that they won the second round and then lost the third reset their loss bonus back to 1,400. So that means they had to start from the very beginning to even get to this point. And with 2,900 in the next, if they don't plant here, they're not going to have anything to make these executes work. Right now, they don't even have Molotovs.
Not a
for their
Molotov,
execute.
Chad. Not a single Molotov.
It's a bit problematic.
A Mirage of all the maps.
Their economy starts at the very beginning.
So this round with JW in a prime spot, by the way, to get this opening kill. Oh, he has been detected at least, maybe not spotted. They're aware of his tendencies. He's got a few of them. I've seen that move before, so just spamming off towards a corner, knowing they could do damage towards him at least. Flashback to Roland. This leads to an MBK kill.
Yeah, full flashed. His screen was brighter than my future and still looking positive for the comeback on OG's round 21. To change that is Crims. He's actually the only man to be actively holding towards the A site. 3 members of OG have slithered their way up
Gamble
towards
stacking
Sandwich.
A. They're gamble stacking A.
Oh, they are. All the CTs are congregating, and there's no bomb plant yet, but as soon as Crims turns his corner, he's going to have a lot to react to. Oh, chaos. And now 4 versus 3. Nice work from Golden. He's tapped away at Issa. He was exposed and caught on the ladder. A missed shot from JW. Uncharacteristic of him. Golden's lost a lot of his health as well, but no nades for the T side.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem here. How do they even get the bomb down now, knowing there's no smokes, no Molotovs at this point? MBK does pull one back. It's the wallbang towards Golden and CT spawn. They have the man advantage. They need to get this C4 down, though. JW going for the nutmeg here, who will be spotted by Valda. Takes him down, up to Flusher in the 3 versus 1. Going to find this first one, no problem. Could deny the plant as well. MBK, he says no. 4 kills in the round, recovers the AWP, and keeps OG alive and kicking as the money is sent packing on the Fnatic side.
Write this one down. NBK and Chris J actually is a comparison I'm going to keep an eye on. I actually feel like they contribute very similarly to their teams. I think that Chris J and NBK have very similar habits and very similar capacity to have these games and these performances, these rounds. We call Chris J these hero round winners, and NBK, it feels like every time I've watched OG play, he's picking up a quad kill when it looks like it's all over. He's done it again here. Let's see if he can translate it into anything more concrete. Given the fact it's broken the Fnatic back, we should see 9, maybe even 10 double digits before Fnatic once again have a real voice in the round.
Oh, big nade, and this could result in a few kills. Well, it does, but in favor of OG. It looks like it's going to be the clean sweep. Not if Crims has anything to do with it, though, as the USP does connect with 1, but the beef push is going to work out. Only 1 player going down, 13-9 now. Fnatic still looking very good, but they took the full eco there. And it might have to take another one. JW with $3,000 here.
So if this has been identified by Raga, the coach right now of OG, and Alexi B, the in-game leader over in that camp, what we've noticed on the 2 set pieces that OG have actually been able to run, now one was more limping onto the A-bomb side, but the B execute that they had on the force buy was definitely a set piece, was that Fnatic are going to hedge their bets. They're sending the lion's share of their numbers as soon as any utility comes out. So fakes could play a huge part of OG as they move forward here. Fnatic have actually gone for the buy right now. I don't know if I love it as JW once again in a hugely aggressive position.
Glass cannon and actually glass shattered. MBK looking very good. 20 kills to his name so far. Picks up the orb, makes sure they can't be recovered, and Flusher knows there's a bit more tomfoolery available here. So MBK just picked up the orb to hide it, make sure it can't be recovered. He's playing this very well. Flusher, though, also reading it. Decides to drop off. I like the idea from JW, but Brawlon's gone down towards the A ramp again.
Yeah, he's been having his issues now. His aggressive moves towards ramp have been expected by OG, and they've been received with a flash frag, admittedly. The last round he went down on his aggressive ramp move. He was killed by a completely blind opponent. The
logic behind it is to take away pieces so they can't do the set pieces, the set plays, right? We saw that over on Inferno with the constant banana aggression, with JW picking middle. Alexi B will spot 1 on the B bomb side. That should be a cue that they can go over towards A and have a 4v2 situation if they'd like, and if MBK takes down... Oh dear, Flusher knows, he pushes forward, MBK gets another. Alexi B will fall on the B side, but it's worth nothing. The attack's at A.
Yeah, it is. Crims, however, does kill the bomb carrier.
Hold on.
That could slow things down. A 2 versus 4. Need I remind you, the advantage is firmly in OG's hands. It's just been slowed down. And now, well, Mantu's managed to find a very important frag. Crims losing a lot of his health in the exchange with Nathan puts him now in a near impossible clutch. Perhaps if he could isolate Issa, but against the orb, it's Mantu to hunt first.
He did dink him, you're right. Good shot. Mantu with 2. Fnatic now building up the loss bonus, 1 away from maximum as they lose 3 rounds in a row here. 13-10, OG building up a massive amount of cash as well. Has to be the eco for the Swedes, I'm afraid. So we know they can win these rounds, Chad. If ever there's been a team to win full eco rounds, it would be Fnatic, I would say. Especially a Mirage. You normally buy one flashbang, get yourself an R8 revolver. That's the standard setup. And oh, they've got it. There you go. And then you get the R8 revolver, the flashbangs, and you normally swing in towards middle.
You get 3 or 4 kills with the R8. They're all headshots. Normally he just shoots one bullet and you win the round. Bob's your uncle.
Well, let's see if he can do it now.
I just want to point out that going into the next gun round, if we see Fnatic go aggressive again, it means that they don't think they can defend their bomb sites against that of OG. So their game plan so far has netted them into what is now a bit of a hole that they have to dig themselves out of. Crims has 23 kills, so does Flusher, so the fragging hasn't been a problem. But right now, the way that they're playing the game, well, for Fnatic, it's never traditional. But in their approach right now, it is actually to hemorrhage as much out of OG as they can. So they're going to limp out some nades onto the site, see if they can force a rotation, which they have. The B bomb site will be left completely open. JW getting up close and personal. The bomb is still top middle, so with a minute left on the clock and all this A ramp pressure, looks like the OG will get away with another one here. Should be putting 11 on the board as it's only Golden and Crims remaining. This one here should simmer on out. I am really interested to see the next gun round approach from Fnatic. They know they can't do standard mid-control stuff. It's a waste of time. It is just a waste of time against OG's approach. So unless Alexi B wants to change it, something that hasn't been working for them in any of their games and go back towards middle, Fnatic are almost out of options.
We've seen OG actually get exposed by some aggressive mid moves in the past.
Flanking,
Like just fast up mid, they get their opening kills before they can even start their battle for mid control. So perhaps that's in Fnatic's wheelhouse. Crims has done well to at least force Issa out of the server, but not much more. Yeah,
that's probably all they'll find here, to be honest with you. Crims now at 4 HP, going to be pre-fired here by Mbaka. Not the cleanest, but we'll take it. Golden left. And I think he'll find a similar fate.
I wonder if MVK will fall for the exposed bottom like Dupree did and try and go for a potential game-losing knife. It won't be the case. Golden's still aware. He gets the shot.
Who was that got caught?
That was Dupree on you.
That's right.
And he went for a knife in the warehouse. And
was it not Inferno?
Oh, no, there's the Inferno one as well.
There's been a couple of them.
Oh, there was a few. Oh, dear.
I cast the one on Nuke, so he did that and actually led them to overtime and he went for the knife and lost the round. I can't remember who it was against. It was about 3 years ago.
I remember the simple one, of course, on Nitro, where they ended up
that was quite recent.
On Dust 2, that was quite recent. So there's definitely been some knife attempts that have had ramifications.
Middle, right?
Yeah. And Nitro went on to win the clutch with like a ridiculous wall bang into the car.
And they've got the classic config at E-League where he actually was in overtime to win the game, 1v1, player defusing in front of him instead of shooting on the back of the head. Knifed him, got the knife, didn't win the round, but his teammates said afterwards if he didn't win it, I was going to punch him. So there was definitely a lot of tension in the that moment. I almost fell out of my chair when he was going for it.
All right, so Fnatic have gone for a default round. They're not going aggressive A ramp. They're not pushing Palace. They're not searching out for any frags early. OG have thrown smokes towards middle, but they haven't actually taken any space off of it. They're waiting to see if a move comes out here from Fnatic. At this point of the game, it is very, very tense. One mistake.
This is a prime example of OG's T-side being enough to force pure respect out of Fnatic. Nothing out of the ordinary, and I don't know how Crims has actually gotten away from that.
He got headshot through the corner of the wall there with no helmet, and still he survives. He lives to tell the tale. Good incendiary as well. Mantu can't trade this out at all. Even though he knows low HP players are available, it might funnel them in towards B. And Golden has been excellent on this side of the map, but what a strange challenge that is. I think he assumed his smoke was stronger than that. Hasn't worked out for him. Now Flusher, pressure on him, a low HP, down he goes. This is suddenly a 3-on-3 with the AWP in a difficult spot. I think Valda's got him. He's going to backstab him here.
He's booked him perfectly. Quick kill. Crims, however, on the site is doing his best. He's done damage to Mantu. Where's the comms? There's one behind you as well. Crims can't deal with both. And now Valda's found his third. Brolin to clutch for Fnatic. They did find the opening kills. But now the bomb's going down. Valda's holding the window. Brolin missing the shots. And a quad kill from Mr. Valdemar. Pulls them across the line. OG looking competitive. And the CTs, their money is so shaken. They're into 3.4 region. We're looking at 13-13 at a minimum.
Yeah, Fnatic have fumbled this second half.
They had a 5-on-3 there, Chad.
They haven't even had to have post-plant situations. If we take a look at the stretch of rounds right here that OG have been able to put on the board, sure, there've been a bunch of ecos in the mix, but yeah, they're all done here through elimination. So there's no retakes coming on down. They're just taking the Fnatic players out of the server, which means there's no saves. They can't be threatening in those partial buy rounds. It will just be the pistol upgrades. And that's where they find themselves once again.
That's what they'll have to do here. This is a strange sequence of events. Fnatic at a 5-on-3 and Golden jumps up on the van. after I said he's been playing so well towards B, you just want to just lock them out at that point. You just want to be just making sure that it's awkward for them to drop down, but instead, he offers himself up. The flashbangs are perfect, and Valda, he dismantles his B defense.
Yeah,
3 players there. They had a 5-on-3, bear in mind, and he wins it out.
I think you were bang on there with him assuming that his smoke actually covered off the position. He's just flubbed the throw, and it's completely cost them right here. So that's one that you can put down to poor Golden, unfortunately. But still a few more rounds of Counter-Strike to be played here.
Well, we know Fnatic like to win these sort of rounds. Some way, somehow. It's always with the CZs and Deagles, the Scout as well. They like to chip away at the HP, slowly but surely, just break you down. And there are raids, really not rating it myself, but it's still here.
You get some information. It's valuable. Only one spotted, though. The bomb's still at T-spawn. OG have no intentions of going for anything particularly quick. 70 seconds is still available into this round, and of course can be extended by the bomb you see now being thrown over into Issa's palms. Be working with that one. He's going to be coming in the back of this assault towards A. Just a little bit of a fake maneuver towards B, which has pulled the rotate. JW to back them up. Roland now perhaps screaming for assistance. He is playing close with the flashbang and a great shot. Golden's hit one with the Deagle as well. And now the Scout connecting, tagging up Valda. He's going to be in a bit of a hot and bothered situation. Flush is trying to close the gap as fast as he can. Good flash. Does manage to remain unknown.
4 versus 3, Valda tags. Bomb, yet to be planted. More damage being done, Alexa be low. Issa pulls one back, and that's Crims and Golden removed now. The R8, really not the ideal weapon for the job here. As you can see, it will be actually perfect, to be honest with you. I don't know what I was talking about. It's the R8 that is the ideal weapon for this task. We've got Valda left in a 2 versus 1. And at this point...
It's a default plant, right?
Yeah, can they not just... Once he gives his position up, they could go for the defuse, but obviously they need to get that information first. As soon as they spot him, he probably nails a shot with the Krieg. So now they know where he is, going for the defuse.
Oh, he's made noise as well. This one's over. Valda wins. JW doesn't even have time.
Yep, it's done.
Well played, Valdemar. Another one.
Oh, if he just didn't make noise on that jump there, Valda would have had to have pushed forward to come for this pick. JW gets the kill, has time to defuse.
As well.
Fnatic have really led a couple of these rounds that looked good. It was almost the miracle Fnatic rounds we talk about. They've almost come through in a bunch of these occasions here, and they're just not able to get across the line. Good teamwork with the flash.
The best flashbang ever, but he did get the 2 kills, but still, they don't win the round there. Another clutch in favor of OG. That's now 7 rounds in a row.
A very minor observation, but I have noticed that Brolin's been on the M4 an awful lot this CT half. He hasn't been getting his hand on the Krieg as he often does, and it seems like it wasn't working for him. He's actually opted for the AUG. He wants that scope back in some capacity for such a crucial round of play.
Well, if Fnatic give this map up, they'll be kicking themselves. They've had so many 5-on-3s, huge advantages that just keep falling by the wayside. Aggression now, and only the 1 kill. Finally converted by Flush there. Decent damage by Crims, looking to maintain their lead. He's currently at a draw situation. The AUG not as powerful as the Krieg. He needs to hide there, Brolan. The bait was successful, and another man advantage here for OG.
Wonderful work. Flushes nade, he's looking for the low HP, won't find it, does soften up Valda, and pushing from CT. Golden's gone down. OG look like they're poised to do it again. Flusher thrust into an impossible task. He's got 3 to find and a smoke grenade that's not landing on the site. Perhaps just going to cause some paranoia enough to perhaps find another, but not the round.
Now,
it's 14-13. OG take the lead. And you've already painted the picture as to how they got here.
Na'Vi yesterday felt how threatening OG can be if you give them the door, right? Just remember the Dust 2 game. It was the 3rd and final map. It was an 11-4 first half against Na'Vi. They were blistering. They were running all over them. Simple doing simple things. Perfecto was showing up. He was having a good game as well. And then when they flicked on over, OG just mounted this comeback round after round after round. They're even using some of their own tricks against them. And the same thing here as OG take the lead, 14-13. We're at a similar position yesterday.
Their trades are so good. Every time we look, we're like in a Fnatic POV. We see them go for it and then immediately get stopped. Like it's always them holding the spray, committing to it, and it's 1.5. Every time OG are getting the trade.
So right now for Fnatic, they have to discuss, do we want to force buy right here? Because this is do or die. It looks like a half buy is going to come on out. So they're going to give them 2 shots here at potentially defending against 15. The Krieg in play in Flusher, it could be huge.
Well, the R8's out as well. The Scouts, the CZ, the Deagles. It's an eclectic purchase, and an A execution looks likely here. Maybe even just a contact play. 3 towards the ramp. The AWP lead the way. One spotted towards connector.
That's the
Flasher.
Krieg.
Oh,
Gotta
Crim's
watch
dead
out.
already.
Crims is gone. Brolin, he's very common.
He's dead.
He's burning into the fight. He's looking problematic. He has, however, found one. A 3 versus 3, but Flusher has to do way more. His teammates cannot provide in the same capacity they normally do. With the scout calling the rotate off. That's interesting. They've spotted them. A smoke from Valda to perhaps keep them there, keep their feet planted, and that's exactly what number 3 is up
So
to.
this could be false information, though, because they saw them falling back towards the A ramp. They're assuming it's B. Yeah, and he's been hurt towards underpass as well. So they're going back towards A. Oh, are they? No, they've gone to T-spawn. They are going B.
What in God's name am I watching? JW's holding the line. The tightest of the lines, and he's messed the shot up. Now a chance, a tag now.
B.
They're going to B regardless.
Wait, top
Now,
middle.
detour to middle. Flush is there as well. This is a weird one. Flank coming in. Alexi's gone down. Now what do? Knife out. Now reacting because there's utility thrown. His own incendiary is so good. They're going to have to get burned alive. Mantu's left it a clutch. He'd have to ace clutch to win it. The newest addition, the rookie. He's thriving under the pressure, and JW's none the wiser. Mantu on for the ace clutch. Golden's got a Krieg for the cross. Orb versus Krieg. It's a story as old as, well, Counter-Strike's recent patch. And now the bomb will be planted. Mantu to take the advantage. Golden repositioning for jungle. Mantu's aware of the threat, and he's taken the solid hold of ramp. Oh, it's looking like 15. Fnatic close again, needing the clutch from their in-game leader and no kit in play.
How does he get into this? He has no idea where Mantu can be. The only thing he knows is that
Flash
he had an
ramp and hold it,
AWP.
man. No,
He just walked out. He's in the line of sight.
He's not even looking. But Golden hits the shot! I don't believe it. Mantu, a leg is not enough. No crater. No problem for Golden. He finds the frag and finds 14.
Give us that at 50% speed. I need to see that golden shot.
How has he done
Golden round. Oh, wow. Mantu, best effort. Here it is.
He's not even looking towards ramp.
Jumping, back
still not
turned.
looking.
Spots him now before he takes off.
Legs.
Prepares his crosshair, and upon landing, just beheads him. That is ridiculous.
That's what they needed. That's what they needed.
But is it enough?
I'm
Fnatic
not
are
sure.
being so pushed here. It looks like they're making all the right plays, and then OG, they're able to just get on top of them.
It comes down to this round, Chad. Look at the money situation on the T side. It's Alexi B fully invested. He's got a Mac 10 here. They're assault towards middle. They haven't found an early pick. The flashbang's good, but Flush is in trouble here. Lots of players around in the first kill for MBK. As we'll see now, a 5-on-4 and Suba. The damage being pushed out by Golden. Once again, he's stepping up, but still, it looks like 15 has been found. OG towards a murder hole, and it's going to be Brolan removed.
Crims can't do anything here. He's just so detached. He has to just hope and pray they can play for OT with, I mean, help me do the maths here, guys. Is this going to be
2,900
anything aggressive?
2,900. So if you look at Flusher, he's going to have 2,900 on top of that. He'll be able to get a buy together. JW will be able to pull something out. Golden won't be in a terrible position. Brolan has nothing here. So Crims, if he lives with this M4A4, we'll be able to drop Brolan a weapon of some variety, but I think we are really starting to see Brolan look out of place when he doesn't have that SG, right? You can see he can't find that same level of impact if he doesn't have the scoped weapon in his hands here. 17 kills still. You can tell just his play style has to look a little bit different in a lot of these scenarios. There are 2 timeouts left on the Fnatic side. If you were going to take one now would be the time. Discussing your options right now, and JW has the AWP. There's that dropped Famus. Flush is going to take that, which means Brolan should have been given an M4. The buy is good. There's a kid out on the field, only one. So remember that. It will be in the hands of Brolan. That could be important here if we do find ourselves in a post-plant situation. Oh, there would be a Famus, not another M4 in the mix. So the buy is still decent.
OG and losing their map pick, hey? Continues the trend. They've broken it a couple of times, but perhaps the squad could be on track for a third map again. They've been pushing all of their teams to a third. So good at doing so. Yet to convert in stage 2, 0-2. Third game of OG and looking to take us to 3.
JW, vision towards middle, but got nothing for it. There's actually 3 players on the other side here. Flusher is in a very dangerous spot. If he goes back towards short, even jumping, Mantu could find him. Or he's going to walk across. Oh, you see him running there, picking up his step as the shot was fired. Not as fast-paced here from OG. Still with the majority of the utility as well. 5-on-5. Looking for overtime. I can't believe Fnatic have given up this many rounds here on Mirage. Their pick, they have looked weak on the CT side. So many advantages, so many clutches, and the few rounds they have won have come down to the smallest of details.
It's a fake. We spoke about how this might haunt Fnatic. They were overreacting to executes before. This time they hold steady. There's 30 seconds left. It has to be an A finish right now with the bomb towards A ramp. If it goes down, there's no one there to pick it up. Brolin's duel right now, it could be everything.
It all hinges on NBK, but he's had so many impact frags. Brolin's trying to nutmeg him. He's using the smoke.
There it is.
From behind, Fnatic won overtime, and they're doing it cleanly. Issa, he can't even access the bomb. There's so many bodies, he can't afford to drop them all. 15 seconds, a nice shot onto JW. Potential second, but no, not to be. And now with no time, Issa, he just has to accept overtime's on the way. A nade down the throat and a bullet as well. Flusher makes him swallow. 15-15, and we're straight into MR3.
We are indeed. You remain on the same side. We go 16K MR3, first to 19, or 18-18. We go double overtime here.
Oh.
Fnatic remain on the CT side, and 180 of Brolan's 415 total frags at EPL, being with the Krieg. Yeah, but he really does use that weapon.
43% of
He uses that weapon more often than not.
Look, if you're a team and you don't buy it, you can completely take that out of his CT-sided arsenal,
That's why I asked Nathan about it,
Yeah.
right? I was like, well, have you guys considered this option? Like, have you thought about denying Brolan this prospect? But either way, MBK, the aforementioned French player with the sniper now on the T side, making it work. He gets 2 opening frags here.
Wow.
And that's going to be a 4-on-3 advantage, of course.
Damn, NBK. I'm just going to remind you, my Chris J comparison continues now. The AWP is coming out. Turning the tide of battle with a hero play. A double kill, no less, on 2 of the biggest scalps on Fnatic. Flusher, JW, 2 members of the core. Only 1 remains.
They're playing retake A right now, so they're investigating towards middle. I think Golden has just picked off towards B and seen that it's clear. So the problem is they are very, very worried right now about a mid to B split. The bomb in transition, it doesn't feel like they know where they want to go just yet. All 4 members went back over towards A. The bomb is in Palace, so that leads you to believe that that's probably going to be the finish. Over towards mid was MBK yet again, throwing out a Molotov to keep vision on that part of the map. And now they're going to head over towards B. So they're trying to beat Fnatic at their own games. Keep them strung out across the map here. Have them peeling off. Make sure they're all stuck with jewels across the map here as more nades for fakes, more nades for misdirection.
But he's going to commit with this. He just wants a death on B, ideally from an opponent, and yeah, could find it. He does. NBK's done enough. He could even find a 4th reaction onto Brolin. He's hiding by the bench. Oh, okay. No.
Do it, Brolin.
He's doing trigger discipline.
Trying to make sure he can win the round at this point, which doesn't look possible. He'll get the knife, but at this point, it won't be humiliation. It'll just be like, yeah, have it, mate. Doesn't matter. They've won the round. That 1 kill will do nothing for him. He wanted the Krieg ideally, but it's only the AWP at his feet.
All right, well, saving the AWP is not bad. He can give that to JW, which means it is 16,000 overtime.
Is it relevant in 16K?
Yeah, if you're buying the AWP every round, it's definitely relevant. Normally what some teams will do is they'll have one of their key riflers drop the AWP player in the first round of overtime, the AWP, so that he knows he can have it every single round, even in case of round losses. But yeah, Brolin's just going to do his best to hold on to his life here. And Mantu, well, the big man Ting, I think he's got other ideas. Maybe more steps on out, will find the frag, and all 5 of Fnatic will fall here. More rounds by elimination. Even though the bomb went down, they took out all 5 before they could detonate. And here was the beginning. MBK threw the smoke with 1. Reaction shot with the second after Alexi's gone down, but he's done more than enough here. And the impact that Alex is talking about, these are similar scenes to what we see from the likes of like Carrigan as a player, Chris J as a player. They step on up with these big multi-frag rounds when the team needs it most. And in overtime, something that OG hasn't been in a lot as a team. Yeah. It's needed. And multi-frags is actually been my main topic of conversation regarding what Fnatic have been struggling with on their CT side. They've always been finding one, but so quickly and so consistently, OG have been able to shut down their often multi-fraggers. I could check the multi-frag stats now. I'm sure we'll see a bit of a dip-off in comparison to typical Fnatic CT sides. Interesting stat there that the Krieg has actually seen a reduction in usage at stage 2 of the tournament. Ever since teams like Astralis have announced they're not using it as much, it seems like others have followed suit. We're seeing it gone from 90% now to 11% of all rounds. So interesting stat after Astralis being trailblazers as they are. We will see round number 2 come in. OG have found their footing here on Mirage. They have a 1-0 lead on the T side of Mirage in overtime. They've got Kriegs, AK-47s and AWPs, of course. MBK has been influential in his great picks here. Krim starting to slow down, even though he's got 28 kills. His teammates just can't hold on to multiple rounds here. Just need at least 1 on the CT side. 3-0 would not do. It's an A-set piece.
Molotovs into all the corners. For now, Flush is safe in the underpass. Crims is all too aware of the potential for the mid-window push, and he's got his friend watching it, but Issa's hit the shot. JW humiliated by Issa. 4 versus 4, and Mantu's lost his life. That's a very important part of this puzzle. Now ripped out of the server. Crims just lying in the flame for the duel, puts us into a 1 versus 1. It's time for the in-game leaders to have a game of Counter-Strike chess.
Bomb won't be planted straight away. Alexi B, 2 frags to his name, up against Golden. 15 kills, 23 deaths. Hasn't had the best showing, but the B bomb side player has won a remarkable clutch already. Bomb will be planted. Golden will use that time to get a better position towards the steps, getting closer and closer now. I think Alexi B has his number here. Drops the pistol over. Doesn't cause a reaction here. The AK-47 will connect, and 2-0 is found.
Huge from Alexi. 3 in that round. NBK and him taking it in turns to find triple kills in the opening stages of the T side for OG MR3. You want to take us to Dust 2. That will be the 3rd map should we need it.
Didn't think we'd be going this far.
No one did, to be honest with you.
They just keep pushing everybody, don't they? They're going up against the best teams in the world here, and they constantly deliver, constantly claw it back.
There's merit on the OG roster. And another frag to open it up, a boost. Alexi had the spawn, and it works. Fnatic, they're getting beaten at their own game at times.
Yeah, that's one of the key change-ups in the OG game plan. I noticed on the CT side, they had to take more space. They had to be a little bit more aggressive, and that change-up netted them a bunch of rounds. But it was a 9-6 half. You know, Fnatic still won the half. And coming into the second side on the CTs, they just haven't been able to get those multi-frags that you've been talking about. They've just been spread out, traded, and now they have to be desperate. Look at this, straight into the AWP of MBK. He doesn't find the kill, but it was a desperate move there from Fnatic. They are clutching at straws.
They'll do all they can in the 5 versus 4 as we go back towards the B side, but looks at things here. Rotating over towards the B apartments. We have a smoke towards middle, just to keep them guessing.
Flush has just left B.
Yeah, well, B has been very weak for Fnatic in regulation and here in overtime. Lost their initial player already. Fnatic starting to drop off significantly now. 3-0. Looking likely, as we said, it would not do. Golden has been challenging this B position a lot. He keeps getting taken down. I don't know why he thinks they're not going to spam him. It happens a lot. Can he make this work?
Lingering in the smoke. He's already got a couple drops, and he doesn't even get a single frag. Fnatic, they're about to be 3-0 to the opening stages of overtime. Don't think a nade's going to really win a round. It will not even find a single point of damage. Clipping the top of the window frame. Flush has already lost half of his health. OG, 3 in perfect finish as well. Great form. Not a single body from OG dropped in the last round of their T-side campaign here in overtime. Just Flusher left to save.
I think if I'm OG moving into the CT side here, I'm probably just doing a gamble stack on the first gun round. There's no reason not to. Once you've had a flawless T-half, you have a couple of rounds where you can take those risks. And people tend to do it towards the tail end, right? People do it as the last round, and they take the risk. It's too late. You expect the risk on the last round. I really want to see what Alexi's going to call here. If they can do something aggressive within the early stages of this one, here's that opening. You've been seeing a lot of AWP kills out of MBK, and now Alexi wants to chime on in with one of his own here.
The boost up. It's a pretty common approach there. Trim's not even jumping across the gap. That will cost him his life. As we'll see a 3-0 conversion. You don't see that too much on the T side. Never really been seen before.
It's pretty rare.
And we'll see Fnatic now have to replicate it just to get us to double overtime.
It's a mid-aggression. This is a good gamble, and it's a huge opening.
That might be it. 3rd map confirmed. Vauda does get away safely as well. We are going to see AWP isolated now. 5 versus 3. OG look like they've guaranteed this 3rd map. That won't connect, but Vauda certainly does.
It's all gone wrong here. The mid-control from OG, the mix-up that was necessary for Fnatic, they just kept doing the same after same. And look, it wasn't enough. Fnatic fall on their map pick. We're going the distance. We're going at 3. Dust 2 up next.